guys chasing the girls, and the girls chasing the boys, and everyone's encouraging each one of those two things, and no one's talking about the guy who happens to think the guy, okay, so I must be in the wrong here. Something's not right. And so it took me a long time to get there. And in my neighborhood, it was very interesting because the confusion that I had was that the more masculine guys would test other guys, like the gang members would dress in women's clothing to sort of tempt the other gang to say, I can dress like a woman and still beat your butt. And I want you to come try, you know? So it was like, whoa. And the only people who were allowed to be open were the outwardly effeminate gay men. And that was okay, except for the fact that they would sort of become the people that people would experiment with, but in a way that was very dangerous for them. It's like, okay, you want to be a woman? I'll treat you like a woman, but I'm going to do it in a way that you may or may not enjoy. And sometimes that ended up in rape and those types of things, which is very scary, you know. But it was the reality of where it was, I guess.
Are you aware, I read an article in the New Yorker, so I'm an authority on this all of a sudden, but I was reading an article about the Taliban. A lot of the Taliban, you know, they wear the eye makeup, the kohl, and they got into wearing these like little heeled shoes, so they really kind of swish down the street, and they like to get their pictures taken with their buds, you know, really, their arms around each other. I think that's quite interesting.
It is interesting, and but it's not gay stuff, it's male bonding.
Right.
That's what it is.
Whatever.
It's like, you know, I don't know why I'm saying this in there, but
say it.
But I've had relations with lots of people who identify as straight, and I guess in a sense, you know, that's where sex is not, you know, defined by sexuality.
Right. Well, that's
what's in an
yeah,
that
exactly.
seems to be one of the frontiers of sexuality these days. Is people who do not identify as gay, who identify as straight, who are turning on to having sex with people of the same gender.
Right. Yeah. It's
beginning.
Yeah, it is a beginning, and I think it's okay. As you know, in my opinion, I mean, I could have sex with this chair and find a way to have a great time with it. So,
and the chair would have a great time with you.
I don't want to.
I think we could probably squeeze that in if you want to.
What? No, at 13 minutes, maybe. Lubriderm somewhere. The wood. I don't want splinters. But yeah, I remember in high school, you know, having fun with friends, and then halfway through it, you know, or you know, if we did this on a regular basis, you know, by the way, you know, I think I might be gay. I was all of a sudden not allowed into the group anymore.
I see.
Because it stopped being about, you know, sharing an experience with someone and, you know, sort of quote unquote helping each other out. It, you know, became...
You're a very attractive man, so therefore, with those big round brown eyes, ooh, you must have been cute, and you still are. So you had the girls chasing after you. What did you do about that?
I had tons of girlfriends.
You did?
In high school, and
did you make it with any of them?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sex is great.
See, that's the thing.
Oh,
that
yeah,
I want to
man.
ask this question.
I still am very open
I
to
love
having
it.
sex with a woman.
Thank you.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Thank
I mean,
you.
Any females out there that want to date Craig Mitchell, give us a call. 656-4399.
Yeah, just don't expect a phone call in the morning.
All right, this is a question. I have actual serious questions.
Okay.
Now that we can be so open
Oh,
and
please,
free.
please.
No, I had dinner with an old college friend at Parima, and he's of another generation than you. And he told me that most of the gay men he knows have slept with women and enjoyed it. And I was surprised.
Yeah.
Because he never slept with me. And that used to be the thing. Well, of course he doesn't like. He hasn't slept with me. He must be gay.
You should
No,
ask him.
I don't want to sleep with him. But no, he's in a committed relationship.
Okay.
But anyway, so I was wondering whether that was a generational thing, because when he was young, people were still kind of coming out of the closet. When we were in college, he had lots of girls crazy about him,
right.
but we didn't know, you know, where his interest really lay,
right.
so to speak. And so, but you're saying that that's not just a generational thing.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know, when I was growing up, I think, first of all, as far as having sex with women, I had to be comfortable with that, and sort of to prove my masculinity in my neighborhood was, you know, to be able to have a girl go back to school the next day and say, oh, I had sex with Craig Mitchell. It's like, whew, thank goodness.
How old were you when you first had sex?
Oh, wow. When I first had good sex or just sex?
No, just sex.
Oh, probably 10 or 11 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That was with a man or woman? Or boy or girl?
A child.
With a woman, with a girl. Not
Your
woman.
age?
10 or
with my
11?
age, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And that was done with consummation?
Well, of course I didn't, you know,
right.
spray her after it was done because it wasn't ready yet.
Did she seduce you?
I think I seduced her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because of the social pressures?
That, and I was just ready.
Curious.
I was ready.
Oh.
I was ready early.
But you weren't feeling, but it wasn't safe. Were you feeling more drawn to boys? At
Oh
that
yeah,
age?
totally. I, you know, at the time I would think of, you know, boys while I was doing it, but. But now it's like I can have sex with a woman and enjoy it, and you know, share that experience with a woman and say, you know, hopefully we can be open and discuss it and say, this is what this is where we're going with this, and this is going to be a lot of fun, and I want to share this experience with you because I feel so close to you, and if we can do that, then fine, you know. And there have been women in my life where I've actually fallen in love with them, you know, not necessarily in love, but I've loved them and been very, very attracted to them, and get the same butterflies that I get from the men that I see.
Yeah, pan, what's it called?
Pansexual.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's what I can see as being, you know, it.
Yeah, and I'm predominantly attracted to men, but every now and then there's that woman that comes along that's like, wow.
Is it a type?
No, it's just something. It's a sense. I think it's all based on pheromones in the first place, and some
I was
people
going to say a soul thing, and you're going pheromones.
A pheromone soul is all.
I smell you coming.
Oh. It's okay. We're just gonna keep talking. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna move right along.
So then, do you know how do you feel about the term? Okay, take a minute out to crack up.
Calm ourselves.
So then, how do you relate to the word gay versus the word bisexual for you personally?
I think everyone's bisexual. I think everyone is bisexual. And like I said, anyone can find a way somehow to have sex with, you know, a chair or this person, that person, whatever. But as long as it's someone, well, no, that's a whole other.
Oh, really?
A whole other animal.
You know, there's, interestingly enough, there apparently, and I've read this in more than one place. This is not a joke. This is some scholarly study.
They're a joke.
100 years ago, or whenever, it might even been less than that. Apparently, like alarmingly large percentage of farmers in Vermont had sex with their sheep.
Right. Hopefully they were the female sheep.
Yeah.
Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Why did I say
that? Okay.
It's interesting.
So I'm just wondering whether, you know, as a DJ in the Burlington community, and then more recently in the New York community, but especially years ago in the Burlington community, did you feel some sort of political allegiance to the gay community versus the bisexual community? Did you ever feel like there's any kind of conflict of interest?
No, I mean, whether everyone else has that drama or that issue in their life, I never allowed it to bring itself to me.
It just never.
I don't. When I'm playing and I'm DJing, I try to bring the same type of energy to every room. Whether it be, I want everyone to be there. Man and woman, gay and straight, black and white. I want everyone there having fun, and I don't want to know who anyone is. I just want to relate to them as you know. As I'm playing, people think I'm nuts when I take my shirt off and I'm dancing in the booth and I'm blowing my whistle and I'm jumping up and down. They think, wow, he's putting on a show, and it's like, no. My whole goal is to get you to feel this music as much as I do because it's touched my life, and it's sort of my own meditation. It's like, oh my God, I'm feeling alive because these beats are driving me nuts. You know, it's like, and hopefully they're getting that excitement through me. It's sort of I'm channeling this whole thing through my body, and hopefully it works. You know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
some people don't get it.
Where are you playing next? People are going to want to be like, yeah, we're going to come out and see this guy jump up and down with a whistle and his shirt off. Yeah.
Well, I'm DJing tonight. I'm doing an all-ages pride party at Liquid Energy. So we're going to try to turn it into a street party. Hopefully the cops come and break it up.
Around what time?
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah.
Well,
at least twice.
Yeah, exactly. I have to come by and tell us to turn it down. The whole night starts at 8, and I think I'm going to go on around 11 or so and play till 2. And, you know, it's all ages again, and just everyone come out and have a great time.
At the Liquid Energy Cafe.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it at night.
Yeah, I don't know.
Liquid Lounge.
Liquid Lounge.
Liquid Lounge. Yeah. Great. Did you have a question, Sylvie?
No. I'm just going to drink a lot of coffee tonight.
Oh, great. Come on by.
Yeah.
Cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Boston with Elvis Costello. So I love Elvis Costello. You do?
I do love Elvis Costello.
It's funny because I was just going to ask you
Every day I write the book, one of my favorite songs of all time. It's a great song.
Well, he has a new album out, and like a fool, I left it in the car. I was going to play some of it in the background today. But enough about Elvis. I wanted to ask you what were you listening to before you got heavily into house and techno?
Well, I grew up in Michigan, which that's the birthplace of techno. You know, so just outside Detroit, I mean, there were these warehouse parties.
Richie Hawkins?
Richie Hawtin and all these great, Juan Atkins and all these great guys from way back then, Kevin Saunderson and Inner City, and all these great old records would be playing, and I would be so excited. And was predominantly black and predominantly gay, because that was like sort of the answer to what was going on in the world. It's like you could go out to a club and hear pop music, or we can go out to our own club and make our own music and have our own expression, and that's where it all started. So, you know, that was my thing. You know, and I was a huge Prince fan as well. So.
Yay, Prince.
Yeah, I'm still a big Prince fan.
Me
It's gotten a little
too.
weird these days, but I'm still a big fan of Prince.
Of course, Detroit, Michigan also has associations with Motown, but also
Right,
with
right.
the Stooges
Right.
and the MC5.
Yeah. Oh, I was lucky enough to grow up in a house where, you know, my mom was huge gospel fan, huge blues and jazz and R&B, and then I really got heavily into punk music because of Prince. You know, I would listen to Prince records, and he'd have like these loud guitars and these wild things going on, and most of my friends didn't get it, and that was sort of my way of standing out from the crowd. Was like, okay, I'm different, and I want to let them know that I'm just going to go all the way out there, because I just need to somehow figure out exactly who I am and exactly where I want to be. And because I was already ostracized because I wasn't black enough in my neighborhood. I was, you know, a mixed race kid in a predominantly black neighborhood. I got my butt beat all the time.
Wow.
So it was like, well, if they're not going to accept me for that, then I'm just going to try to be me, try to make
That's
best of it.
wild. When I went one summer, I was involved in this integration project in the South,
Mhm.
and I remember talking to some black girls who were saying that the lighter you were, the more mulatto you were like higher up
Yeah,
on
and
the echelon.
yeah, and it's not necessarily that way, but other people see it that way. You know, the people
I
they.
think, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know.
Although
she was referring within the community.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Like
certainly
people,
in some black community, the darker you are, the you know, it's the same thing.
Right,
The
exactly.
whiter, the you know.
right.
But then it sounds like you grew up in a time and a place where there was
Right.
the backlash
Well,
against
see,
that.
we-
You weren't black
right.
enough.
That's
Well, I
right.
think, you know, because of
That's
my
right.
skin color, I was a little bit lighter, so I could go into
Yeah.
the other world
Oh.
and blend a little bit better. So to them, that, you know, although the way they saw it as I was higher up, that was a jealousy
Lower
thing.
down.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you down to my level, man. You know, so that was scary, but you know, it helped me be who I am today. So I wouldn't take it back. Nothing.
Okay, Craig, we gotta wrap this up. But I was wondering if you could give us a little I've queued up this part of this first track that I love. It's towards the end. Let's turn off. It's where you're really going off in the vocals. I'm gonna turn off your mic for a second.
Okay, great.
This part. I love that part. And so I was wondering if you could give us a promo. Be like, you know, whenever I'm not in Hoboken, I'm definitely not listening to the Howie Rose Show on WRUV FM Burlington or something like that.
My favorite right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the station ID.
Okay, you got it.
And it's the Howie
Exactly,
Rose.
we can do.
The Howie
you know,
Rose
you know,
Show.
we
You
can
got
do
it. All right, this is Craig Mitchell, and you tuned into 90.1 WRUV FM Burlington.
Cool. Okay, now can you do one where you include the Howie Rose? Yeah, give him a card.
Yeah.
The Howie Rose Show.
Don't do variety necessarily.
Okay.
You can do Fridays 9 to
Okay.
noon if you
Yeah,
want to slip that in
the
there.
time is right
Just
down
as long as
there.
you get the Howie
Okay.
Rose Show and WRUV FM,
Got it.
and you can just cut up if you want to, and whatever.
All right, this is Craig Mitchell, and you're in tune to the Howie Rose Show, a show that I probably would never listen to unless I was on it, of course. But it's Fridays 9 to noon on RUV FM Burlington.
All right. Awesome.
Nuts. So,
Okay.
real quick, can I remind them or let them know about one quick thing
Absolutely.
before I walk out the door?
Absolutely.
Starting in July, the first weekend of July, every other Saturday, I'm going to be doing a party at 135 Curl. I'm going to be coming back up for that. It's going to be called Taste, and it's going to be sort of an exploration of various forms of house music. It's going to be underground. It's going to be dark, and there aren't going to be many words that people know. And I'm going to have live drummers and guest DJs like Satoshi Tomei coming up, and lots of local DJs as well. And the new record coming out of Twisted. Come by the record shop, Joyride Records on Church Street, and keep being yourself and loving yourself.
Awesome.
Oh.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, the music, the part I wanted wasn't going when we got the right one, so can we do one
We
more?
can do one more,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, take it.
Hi, this is DJ Craig Mitchell, and you're in tune to WRUV FM Burlington, and this is the Howie Rose Show. It's on from Fridays, 9 to noon. Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad one.
No.
That was a bad one. I'll do one more.
Okay, whatever you want. Let
One
me
more.
just. Okay, take it.
You're in tune to the Howie Rose Show from 9 to noon every Friday on WRUV FM Burlington. This is DJ Craig Mitchell, and this show sucks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Not
Great.
everything that sucks. Yeah. Anyway.
Keeping with the spirit of
of the day.
Right. Great. Can't thank
Thank
you enough.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
See you all tonight.
Great.
Are you gonna leave the CD with us?
Oh, I wish
Or
I
do you
could.
need it?
I need
Okay.
it tonight to play it, but I'll play it and I'll get you a copy very soon. And it's coming out in a couple weeks on Twisted Records, like I said, and Satoshi Tomei's Global Underground CD, which is going to be out in another month or so.
Great. Keep in touch.
I
Yeah,
will.
take a card.
Oh, yeah, please.
That's
thanks.
got our info on it. Great. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
See you, Craig.
Okay, the
Thanks,
time
man.
is exactly 11 o'clock, and
You're
the
calling
public
your
service
sister.
announcement.